Yo, what up? What up? This Lil Dog 73, your chosen soldier, aka Mr. OE. Offended everybody. What up, soldiers? I want to take a look at this article right here. It says Black activist demands $350,000. We not asking, we're telling you. Ooh. Wow, that sounds kind of threatening. Reparations panel in California considering huge cash payouts. So, are they considering this because they feel threatened, or are they considering this because they feel like they owe it to them? But I like this. We not asking, we're telling you. Remind me of wow. So, hey. So, anyway, let me just read a little of this article. It says Blacks have confronted California's new state reparations panel set up to review the idea of paying members of that race, including those whose ancestors may have been in slavery, huge sums of money with a demand for huge sums of money. We're not asking, we're telling you, one activist insisted while addressing the new panel. Now, I could do 100 different videos or over 100 videos just talking about this one thing of reparations. And I know that a lot of people say, well, reparations should only go to people who were actually slaves, not descendants of slaves. And white people who were never slave owners shouldn't be forced to pay black for slavery. Now, I know it's a whole lot of different talking points on this, but I don't want to go there. I want to approach this a different way, maybe a way that you never heard before. All those other talking points are true. I agree with them, but I don't want to use those talking points for this right here. First of all, $350,000 for slavery reparations. I want to say, is that it? Is that it? I mean, the average salary in the NBA is $7 million. All those black people who play in the NBA is averaging 7 million a year. Matter of fact, look at this. Floyd Mayweather has an $18 million watch in his collection and is full of diamonds. Okay, so $350,000 is a lot of black people that make this or more than this every single year. This is such a low bar for you to be demand. Now, I'm not saying you should be demanding more than this. I'm just making fun of this figure that you chose to demand. This is comedy. It's so many people in America that make way more than this every year. For you to demand this is hilarious. People got cars that cost more than this, homes that cost more than this. I guarantee you, if these black activists did get this $350,000, they'll be broke next year. And then next year, you'll be asking for more reparations because that 350,000 wasn't enough. Now, of course, let me just say one more thing before I move on to my next point. For all the black people out there who voted for Joe Biden, because see, Joe Biden said, you ain't black. If you don't vote for him, you ain't black. And here's how Joe Biden feel about your reparations. Biden says U.S. all in on spending $55 billion in Africa and apologizes for America's role in slavery. You voted for Joe Biden, and he has an opportunity to spend $55 billion on black folks here. No, he gonna spend it on black folks in Africa. Y'all asking for $350,000. Biden says, well, here's $55 billion going to Africa. And he apologized to Africa for slavery. Biden has promised African leaders at a summit in Washington that the U.S. is all in on the continent's future, including plans to spend some $55 billion on Biden's agenda there. So Biden say, forget all y'all who voted for me. I'm giving money to Africa. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. I always like to leave a little hope in my video using the scriptures. And I'll run through this kind of quick. But this is Proverbs chapter 10, verse 4. It says, he becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. So what God is saying here, you're poor because you're lazy, right? And then he gives you a solution. But the hand of the diligent, so if you diligently pursue your dreams, if you diligently pursue your business, then you be rich. This is what God is saying. In other words, God is saying you're not broke because you're descendants of slavery. You broke because you're lazy. That's what God is saying. This is Proverbs 13:18. It says, poverty and shame shall be to him that refuses instruction, but he that regardeth reproof shall be honored. So poverty is because you refuse instruction. You refuse God's instruction. That's why you broke. You're not broke because of slavery. It says, the desire of the slothful, which means lazy, the desire of the slothful killeth him, for his hands refuse to labor. Okay. It says, he that loveth pleasure, this is Proverbs 21:17. He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that love wine and oil shall not be rich. That's the reason why you broke. It's not because you descendants of slaves. Because if descendants of slavery is the reason that you broke, then all black people would be broke, right? This is Proverbs 20:13. Love not sleep, lest you come to poverty. Open thy eyes, and thou shalt be satisfied with bread. Love not sleep. Don't be lazy unless you come to poverty. So poverty is a result of laziness, and it's a result of refusing God's instruction. It's not a result of being a descendant from slavery. Check this out. Proverbs 10, verse 22. The blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich, and he add no sorrow with it. God blesses people to be rich. So if you're seeking a way to get out of poverty, seek God. Don't seek reparations. Oh, I know that hurts some people. Why you gotta do that? Why you always gotta be offending people all the time? Hey, but it's the truth. Seek God and his ways, right? When I say his ways, his wisdom. This is God. This is Proverbs 8:17, talking about God's wisdom. It says, I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor are with me. Yeah, durable riches and righteousness. Riches and honor are with me. You got to seek God out if you want to change an area of your life that you're not happy with. But trying to demand people, we're not asking, we're telling you, demanding people give you money so you just be broke next year. That's not an answer to your problem. In other words, what I'm saying is poverty is a spiritual issue. It's not a physical issue, right? poverty is spiritual. Seek God out and you won't be broke no more. All right, that's all I got. I don't want to offend too many more people. Christ is king. Peace out, soldiers.